Good evening, good evening. You're muted there. There you go.
Welcome. I'm Coach Thomas. I'm Coach Thomas.
Good good evening, and I'm Candy Knight.
And this is the Expect to Win experience.
All right, all right. Another show, another Saturday evening. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, Candy. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get started, ready to talk to our
Can
awesome
you hear
guest
me?
tonight. I can.
All right, this is our third episode, and we're getting better and better. At least I'm getting better, I think.
We are getting better and better. Yeah. Yeah. The support is big. We are glad to have our online watchers checking us out live. And also, don't forget if you're live here to comment below in our box here so you'll have a chance to win an Expect to Win shirt. Follow us on social media at Expect to Win Show.
Exactly, and for everyone that you subscribe and comment, we're looking forward to uh, giving you the shirt, giving you a shirt, giving you some exciting, expect to win merchandise, and just expecting to win, Candy. That's just
All right.
expecting.
Sounds good to me. All right. So, Coach, tell us about Expect to Win, the Experience TV show. What it's about here tonight.
All right. I'm glad you asked that question, Candy. Expect to win experience is where the high school and college athletes, they are the stars. And we do this show to prepare them for the next level and give them that experience and being interviewed and how to present themselves. And then we bring in
Mhm.
pros to come in and encourage them and motivate them. And we have an exciting guest that's going to be in with our high school athlete tonight. So
That's
expect
right.
experiences is going to take the world by storm.
We're
We're going
ready.
to take the world by storm.
That's right.
And what we're going to do now, we're going to, before we introduce our guest, Candy, our high school athlete for the evening, we're going to take a 1 minute break and we'll be right back with the show. And don't go anywhere. Matter of fact, call somebody and tell them to tune in to Expect to Win TV
That's
and
right.
see the Expect to Win Experience Talk Show with Coach Thomas.
And Candy Night. All right.
All right. All right. Candy, why don't you do the honors of introducing our guest tonight?
All right. Well, tonight's guest is a high school running back for, you have to remind me of the school again. The
OU.
school there. Oak Hill, that's
in
right.
Hesperia,
Forgive me.
California.
That's right. For those of you who don't know, I'm in Alabama. So the schools I'll have to remember and look up and research when we're doing our athletes. But tonight's athlete is in California. He is a running back for Oak Hill, High School. And it's none other than Cameron Washington. So we're going to take a look and talk with Cameron this evening. Hey, Cameron.
I
Thanks for joining us. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Just
Good. All right. Well, let's chat a little bit about your position, football, and anything else you'd like to talk about. So, the first question that I have to ask is tell us about how you got your start in football.
um I first started football when I used to live up north, like a little bit past Sacramento, in a place called Tracy. And I started at the Boys and Girls Club playing flag football. And like I kind of like I played with older kids, and I was just like fast, so like every time they give me the ball, I would just run to the outside.
Okay.
But I grew out of that kind of, and then I moved down here, and I played my first year of tackle when I was 8 for the Patriots. And then after that, I transferred over to the Saints where I played with Bo. And we had a good season. And then in the playoffs, our manager for our team forgot our folder, which had our in it. It- We could we just
Oh, man.
game.
How did that make you feel?
We was pretty bummed out because I feel like we would have. I feel like we would have had a good chance of winning the bowl that year, but it's all right. Still have fun.
Yeah. Girls character for sure. All right. So, tell me about this past season. How'd you do?
This past season, um, it wasn't it wasn't that good, but we had some tough opponents, and um we just like we had a lot of underclassmen, so we only had like 5 seniors, and
Uh huh.
we played a lot of teams that had seniors and stuff, so like they like and stuff, but we still did good, and I did what I did, and I did my
Of
part.
course, we know you did well.
Who
We
was
know
your
you did.
Who was your toughest opponent, Cameron? What school gave you the most? I mean, they challenged you, made you have to step up your game.
Our toughest opponent was Grace Brethren, probably, because yeah, they like they're a top team in California, and but I did what I could do for my team, and we just wrote it out to the end.
That's right. Held your own. All right. Well, let's talk grades. So, who do you like to pat in your game after? Who's your favorite NFL or college player that you admire?
Um, well, first when I first started playing, my dad was like, because I didn't know which number to choose, and he was like, had me like hooked on Adrian Peterson. So
Okay.
I like started like in Adrian Peterson, and I wore number 28. I still wear 28, and then now I'm hooked on Henry Ruggs because like he was heck good in college. He was fast.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of myself because I like to play receiver. Yeah.
All right, cool. So, where do you see yourself? Let's just say a few years from now, all the way up to about 10 years, you want to play college, you want to go pro. What's your goals looking like?
I want to play football because I love football. Like I want to continue to play like as long as I can. But I also like the thought of engineering.
Yeah,
I like to like I like computers and stuff, so like software engineering or like building stuff, mechanical engineering, something like that.
that's awesome that you have a backup plan. So, if you want to call it that, a lot of the athletes that we've been talking to here recently will say, football or sports is your, number one, it's your goal, it's your passion, but you won't play forever. So it's good to have that education to back you up whenever you're done playing.
Yeah.
Cameron,
Uh,
I have a scenario I want to paint for you. There's a big game, UCLA versus USC. You the running back for UCLA. Bo
Of
Thomas is the running back for USC. Who gonna
of
have, who gonna have the most yardage?
course, me.
That's right. You better say yourself.
LA. USC all the way.
All
uh,
right.
USC
That's
gonna
the
win
right
again.
answer. That's the right answer for sure. All right. Well, tell me a funny story. Something crazy that happened since you've been playing, or something weird that you want to share with your teammates or the coach or other teams.
Uh, Something that was uh, a funny but good experience was when I used to play flag football. Like my dad coached us at the Boys and Girls Club.
Hmm.
Like they were like when we were picking teams, because we got to like choose our team. Well, we didn't get to choose our teams, but we got to put them in like categories. Like they tried to make it even, but like our team wasn't really like evened out, and um we would like play against tough opponents. We had this one kid. He was kind of nerdy. His mom kind of forced him to play, but like he still like he wasn't like bad or terrible or anything. And like we just had like a bunch of misfits, and like we just wrote it out, and then full championship that year at flag football.
Sounds like a movie, right? With a bunch of misfits. I mean, did you guys have a good season?
Yeah, it was fun.
Cool.
All
All
right.
right. Well, let's talk music real quick. What amps you up? What artists? What songs get you ready for game day?
Uh, I like a lot of the NBA YoungBoy.
Okay.
My dad don't like it at all.
That's me. But I mean, us older, I guess, generations with this new music, I can't keep up. So I couldn't tell you who is who, but I do like certain songs when I hear them. So yeah.
A bunch of his old songs like Solar Eclipse and Genie and No Mentions and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what
That's
do you want us to know
cool.
about you that we don't already? As far as sports, we know that you're an amazing running back, but what's something that we don't know about you or that we find interesting to know?
Um, I don't know. I got a lot of animals. Like
Stuffed animals?
yeah, like I got a lot that I've been collecting since I was a kid. Like
Aw.
my baby theme was bears, and my mom would call me like Pooh or Boo.
Aw.
So, yeah, or Boo Boo.
That's cool. Interesting fact there.
Cameron, what keeps you focused? I mean, with school and because you have a 4.0 GPA, I understand. What keeps you focused and is it hard being a student athlete?
It is hard because like there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of other stuff that you want to do instead of like doing schoolwork, but like
Hmm.
you can't just give up on schoolwork. Without schoolwork, you won't be able to play the sport that you love. So like you just got to do it, do it, and things always like stuff always came easy to me. Like math, like people say like that's their hardest subject, but
Hmm.
and everything just comes so easy. And yeah,
Math was my favorite subject in school too.
No, math was my least favorite.
Yeah,
But you guys are special. Yeah, if you're really good at math, that's something awesome. Well, speaking of school and COVID, how has that impacted football or just you staying in shape or staying on your game?
um, we had practice, but they postponed it for a little bit. But we go back next week. But I've been like going to the park with my friends, like to get work and stuff. With my friend's dad, he would go out there, bring his ladder and cones and stuff, and like give us drills to do. And I also been playing 7-on-7, the passing league tournaments and stuff. We went to one in Arizona. We didn't win it, but we still did all right, and we did our part.
Hmm. Well, that's good. It's good to stay in shape and stay focused on your game even when you aren't able to practice.
Outside of football, Cameron, who has been your biggest influence?
Probably my cousin or my brother, because my cousin he was hecka good at football, and he was finna go places, but he got into an accident. It
Oh man.
left him paralyzed from the waist down, and that kind of messed it up. And my brother,
Wow.
uh, he went to a community college, and then he transferred over to Fresno State, and he like became a business manager, and now he's six figures now, and he's just making money and doing his stuff.
Oh, cool. What
Well,
what
that's awesome.
what's name one obstacle that you had to overcome to be who you are today?
Um, the obstacle that I've had to overcome, probably like I have anger issues, kind of like I get
Mm,
frustrated a lot, like when stuff like doesn't go my way, but like I've been able to like control it, and I've been getting better at it. And
frozen
Cameron,
there? Oh yeah. Oh, there you are. Okay. Well, that's great. Yeah, definitely keep at it. A good attitude always helps. So for those coming up after you, the little, kids wanting to play football, what advice would you give them?
um, I would tell them to like stay true to themselves and like don't give up. Just keep grinding, cause like everything you do is gonna help you get to where you want to be. So just keep doing it. It's all gonna be worth it in the end, even though it's hard.
all right, Cameron. That what role does faith play? And do you pray before your games? What role does faith play in your life and in your game?
Well, I was born into a Christian family, so my my grandma and my mom and everybody be on me like they'd be like read Psalms 91, Psalms 121,
Hmm.
pray before your game, like think before your game. So it plays a big part, and like I've been trying to better my connection with God and just trying to make sure we understand each other and have Him guide me the right way.
That's awesome. Well, so speaking of next season's around the corner. I guess you're preparing now to get ready. So what are you looking forward to most for next season? You're in what, 11th grade?
Yeah.
Okay, so your senior year, right? What do you look forward to most?
My senior year, well, the upcoming season will be my junior year, but
Okay. Okay.
as Corona, and yeah, we haven't.
Yeah.
But really, I just wanna just do what I can to get noticed and like a bunch of highlights, like put it out there, and then keep myself straight and create a stronger bond with my brothers, meaning my team, and just get through it.
Okay. So what do you do to practice or to focus yourself to keep getting better in your game?
Um, something. Well, I watch a lot of YouTube, so
Hmm.
I watch a lot of football highlights and stuff. Like
Okay.
watch like there would be like breakdowns of how like people play, like how the receivers run their routes, how the running backs,
Mm-hmm.
and like I would watch like a certain person, like I would watch Devontae, like I watch his breakdown because like I like receiver too, and I watch yeah, as I said, I watched a lot of Adrian Peterson, watch his break,
Mm-hmm.
and then Le'Veon Bell, and yeah.
All right, the grades. Well, speaking of Adrian Peterson, if you were to meet him today, or let's just say he watches this video, which we hope he will, what would you ask him, or what do you want to say, or what would you say to him?
I would ask him. Well, first I would ask him how he did it, because it's hard.
Mm-mm.
And I would ask him like, what was his biggest motivation in his life, and what helped him stay focused, get to where he is now.
That's an awesome question.
We found out this week that Des Bryant's publicist watched the show, and so
Mm.
she's gonna be passing this episode along to Des Bryant to check out. So
All right.
want to send Des Bryant a message, Cam?
Des Bryant's big. He
Yeah,
got he A1. He just like he be doing his thing out there on the field. Like he's just so big and strong and athletic, just athletic overall. Good player.
Well, he will see you on this episode sometime next week.
that's pretty awesome. Shout out to Des. Yeah, thanks for
Yeah,
watching.
definitely. We're gonna take a break, Cam, and we'll be right back in about a minute, and we're gonna take a commercial break, if you
Okay,
will, once again, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
sounds good. All right, and we're back. Expect to win Experience TV show with Cameron Washington, running back for Oak Hill High. All right, so Cameron, we
Cameron, we're
love.
gonna have someone that's gonna be.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was muted.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind me.
We love
I'm
speaking to
I'm
you
just
guys.
decorating.
Oh, okay, you're good. We love speaking to you guys and high school athletes up and coming to get inspiration or get you guys' stories. So, is there anyone that you recommend that we talk to or we chat with? Another athlete that maybe your rival or someone that you look up to or that is just an awesome player?
Um, Someone that and that you talk to.
Yeah, someone that you think we should talk to.
Um, College too, right?
College is good too. Yeah,
Ronnie Rivers, the running
Run
back.
Rivers.
Yeah, for Fresno State.
President. Okay, shout out to Ryan. We'll have to look into that and see what he's talking about. All right, we're going to wrap up here in just a moment, but let's talk about your contact. Do you have a social media that we can catch you on or follow you on to watch your progress as you go through?
I don't really use social media like that, but I started a Twitter account. So this upcoming season, I'm gonna start posting stuff and trying to get noticed. And yeah,
Okay. Yeah, definitely do that. We love to follow your progress and see you as you go on. Is there an NFL team you want to play for one day that we have to look forward to?
um, I really don't have a preference of what team. I mean, as long as I'm on a team and I get to contribute to it and play.
Sounds good. So you're just happy to be here. All right. Well, that's an awesome answer. Team player for sure.
Well, we're going to bring on a special guest, athlete, a pro athlete that is going to talk to you, Cameron, and you can even ask him some questions. And Kandi, I'm going to let you do the honors of the introduction uh, of our special guest. So,
Okay, so tonight our special guest is CFL player Andrew Irby, and he's going to come on and talk to us. He's playing football with the Canadian League. So that's another look into football outside of the norm here in the NFL. So he's going to talk to us a little bit about his experience, give a few tips to Cameron, and just let us know what it's like.
all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, my brother Andrew.
What's up, man?
Good
It's Erbes, first
evening.
of all. It's Erbes.
Herb,
You
sorry.
gotta remember the S.
That's right. Andrew Erbes. Sorry about that.
How's
But
it
thanks
going?
for joining us.
Thank you, man. It's good. It's cool to help people out and be a part of it. So absolutely.
All
All
right.
right.
So, can you tell us how you got your start into football?
Yeah, I didn't even play football till the junior year of high school. I was baseball and basketball before that. My high school was definitely a powerhouse, and the coach. I was bigger dude. I do play offensive line, and I'd say my junior year I decided to try football. And by my senior year, I was, starting on a really good team. So that's how I got to start from there. And then I've been every type of recruit you could be. So I feel like I have a lot of wisdom I could probably pass on to is Cam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I let you guys ask through the questions, but I did start. I'm from Arizona, played in Scottsdale, Saguaro High School. So that's where I got my start.
Okay. So, let's jump right into the advice. What advice would you give Cam and other up and coming athletes who want to play in bigger leagues outside of high school?
So Cam, what year are you right now?
Junior.
So you're going into your senior year, or
Yeah,
you just started your junior year, right?
yeah, it's first semester here.
So this is I missed out on this because I just started my junior year, right? So my senior year was where I got my tape, and I was kind of behind the eight ball in that respect. So I was under recruited, but for you, your junior year is your most important year of film by far. That's the intro. Coaches are gonna start to see you. Oh, his junior tape's great. Let's see what he does the senior year. But your junior year is your most important year for recruiting. That's always been the case in football. And then for you, I'd say be patient. Don't be so eager to get that big D1 offer just to talk about it. The right school will come. Um, I always recommend, if you don't like what you have coming out of your senior year, junior college is really great. It's almost like a cheat code. I finished my senior year. I had an FCS offer to a Big Sky school, and I didn't really want to go there. And I chose to do a preferred walk-on at Arizona State. Don't recommend that. I left that after one semester, but I went to a junior college, at JC, and within a few weeks, I had multiple major D1 offers. Memphis, UNLV, Idaho, just good schools that I would have been super excited about in high school. And so my point is, in high school, I would have died for those offers, but they weren't there. And it took a year of patience and growing as a player to get where I wanted to be. So if you don't have what you want right now, I don't know what your current situation is, but patience is definitely key. And a helping thing for you is look the part. You're interviewing to be a D1 football player, and you're not one right now, so you got to fake it till you make it. And the first thing that's going to pop out to a coach is how you look. So don't be afraid of the weight room. If you're a running back, be a big back, be physical, look the part. That's my biggest recommendation is just coaches are going to walk in and they're just as lazy as the rest of us. They want the job to be easy for them. So if they see you and you're like a specimen, they're going to say, oh, who is that? So you want to be that wow factor. And, if you're on the show right now, I'm sure you're already respected in your community and you probably already have that, but just keep building on that and train to be where you want to be, not where you're at now.
Yeah.
And,
Awesome.
Andrew, can you talk about being focused? A lot of young people, their attention span is, you know, real short.
Yeah, I think it's good to have long-term goals. When I was your age, so my senior year, um, I didn't even start playing football till my junior year. And towards the end of my junior year, I said my goal is I want to play D1 football and I want to have a full ride. I want my school totally paid for. Luckily I'm in a situation where I didn't need it. My family could have sent me otherwise, but it was a total goal of mine, and I was obsessed with it. And everything I did was to align myself with that. So everything I did, from how I ate, how I trained, it's not like I didn't have a social life, but I always thought, like, where is this going to lead me, and is this the right decision to set me up 2, 3, 4 years from now? And I'm sure you're already making smart decisions, but just continue to be with a crowd that is going to put you where you want to be. And another thing I tell people too, especially like your age, is seek out mentors. Seek out mentors that have been where you want to be. And, when you do go to college, wherever it may be, seek out mentors there too, because the idea you have, I had to learn this the hard way a couple times. The fantasy you have about coming in as like a freshman and taking away a guy's job who's been there 3 years, it rarely happens. It's like a 5% thing, and the other 95% is the guy's just going to keep the job, and you could have had a mentor. So seek out mentors. Just continue to learn the game. I'm going on 26 now. I'm still learning new things. Everybody has different ways of teaching things. Just be like very fluid and open to learning from multiple different people, and just absorb it all, and you'll be on your way, man. It sounds like you're already on your way, but seek out mentors. That'll help you stay focused. Have somebody that's going to hold you accountable.
Awesome words there of advice. Well, can you tell us about the CFL, how you got your start or began playing there, and the difference when it comes to that versus the NFL?
It's a different game. The biggest difference is, there's only 3 downs.
Oh, wow.
But the biggest difference is in a roster. So there's only 20 American players allowed on the roster. So those 20 spots are really competitive, and it's hard to stick on a team. And then the rest is allocated to Canadian players, and it builds the fan base of the CFL. And it makes, I guess the logic is that the Canadians will watch because Canadians are playing. And it gives Canadian players a route to the NFL. I'm American, so my roster spot is competing against usually a wide receiver or somebody not even my position group. So it's a different world out there, but I did have the chance to play with just some really remarkable guys. I guess most notable for me, it's funny, kids now have already started to forget the name, but when I signed to Montreal, the first guy I met in the locker room was Johnny Manziel, and his locker is right next to mine. And
wow.
Maybe not the cleanest resume, but an incredible story, and still just like a wow, like here I am moment. This guy was a Heisman winner, and I told you my story. I was under recruited, and we're in the same locker room with the same goal, and that's what's cool about football is you meet so many people along the way, and when you're done playing, that's what sticks with you is the relationships. And that's when you go off, at some point you're gonna be done playing football, and the best thing you can gain out of the game is the relationships you've built and how you parlay that into your next career, whether guys do things as much as personal training, or they have a network of players and do investment banking, or they do sales, or whatever it is. I mean, you don't understand the network you're building right now. And it's important to continue to build all those camps you go to, all the schools you visit, coaches you meet. All that stuff is a big network you're growing, and it's important to maintain a good relationship with a lot of people and always have a good reputation. And I'll say this too, it's easy to remember this. If you're not going to go to a school, always maintain a good relationship with a coach, because I've had schools that I didn't go to, but I maintained a great relationship with the guy that offered me. and they're on like NFL staffs now, just by chance.
Wow.
And that's my like foot in the door. So I'm in the CFL right now, but I am a free agent, right? So I'm in between the CFL and NFL, and just like you, man, you're trying to get offers. I'm trying to get workouts and opportunities to play in the league, and I'm working, regular jobs in between. And there's a lot of guys that live that life, especially this year with, COVID and the XFL was that perfect middle ground of, just below the NFL talent, and that a lot of those opportunities are taken away right now. So I'm in the same boat as you right now, man. I'm grinding for what's next, and you got everything ahead of you. My career might be on the tail end, but either way, man, I'm building relationships constantly, and that's what's important. That's what's gonna stick with you.
Okay, Andrew. Okay, you from Arizona,
Yeah.
where it's always 100 degrees,
Yeah.
then you go to Canada.
Yeah.
What was that like? For a lot of these kids, they don't. I don't know if they realize. Okay, you're gonna be leaving home, and there's no telling what. I mean, what was that like? Did you know anybody in Canada? How did you adjust to the weather?
For sure.
Well, I'll say, as you continue to play, you'll realize every locker room is very similar, and even if you don't know anybody, you'll know somebody that knows somebody, or somebody's cousin went to your school, or your cousin went to their school. So there's always like a familiarity, whatever team you go to, with somebody. I do remember we practiced outside in Montreal in the winter. In the morning, it was snowing, and it's just like, can we get a dome, please? But I just remember like looking around, like really like not starstruck, but just like, wow, it's like really great to be noticed for once. So I got signed in 18. I was on the practice squad, and then I signed a 2-year extension for 19, and so I was there 19, activated, and then our GM at the time, our general manager, who I had a great relationship, got fired, and I kind of went with him. And that's just the business of pro sports, and I'm used to moving around right now. There's been a lot of teams between those, and that's, if you want to be a pro, man, and you're not a top pick, you got to be ready to live in a lot of hotels and do a lot of traveling, and but that's all part of the journey of it. But Canada is Montreal is a beautiful city. I do love it. I would go back. 2 seasons there was really cool, and I made some really great connections out there for sure.
Okay, cool. What does the future look like for you? I know you're hoping to get into the NFL. Is there a specific team that you love to play for, or a good 5 years from now, where do you hope to see yourself?
5 years, I probably won't. I mean, unless something really happens, I probably won't be playing anymore. But in the near future, so right now I'm in Texas right now. There's a league called the Spring League. It's every Tuesday and Wednesday on Fox Sports 1. It's nationally televised. The last 3 weeks we've been on Fox Sports. Yeah, so this Tuesday, I think it's 6:00. I mean, you can DVR it. It's not a stream. It's national TV. We're playing in this Spring League, and it's very similar to the XFL, the same kind of talent pool of guys that were just in training camp this year. We have 2020 NFL draft picks playing in this league. The guys that were released. So we got guys like me, CFL level, XFL, lower level NFL guys, freshly released in this league. So right now I'm playing in that. I'm on the 4th game. It's only a 4-week season, and I'm doing really well. And before COVID, I did just sign with the XFL. Everyone's got their story of how COVID changed their year. And then I was supposed to go to rookie mini camp with the Tennessee Titans. They canceled all rookie mini camps. That's because I would still be a rookie. I've only been in the CFL. So I think a bucket list thing for me, what I'm shooting for is a real NFL shot, a rookie mini camp or something. Because, in my mind, a lot of guys go to mini camps, they get released, and then they try to go to the CFL and they can't make it. So I've made it at that level. I've signed an extension. I've been on a contract there. So I know the talent's there. It's just putting it all together of knowing the right guy at the right time with the right film. And that's a lot of football is very much luck. And Cam, I'll tell you this: the best way to increase your luck is to look the part and make the coach's job easy on picking who they want. Because you might get offered by a coach you meet at Subway. You might see him in there and you look rough, and he'll say, "Who's that?" And so, I mean, life's funny like that. And I'm in, like I said, I'm in the same boat. You know, hoping something breaks for me soon. So some teams are interested, but that's, you know, they can't say much more than that. But I'm still working at it. And then besides that, I actually got a really great job to fall back on, and I'm working it pretty much full time with training. I'm doing medical device sales. Really lucky. I have a great boss who's a former football player. And this spring league thing happened. This draft happened. It's on TV. He says, "Go for it, man." And you know, I'm doing some phone calls from the hotel, working some remotely, talking with doctors, and then you know, I hang up and I go to practice and meetings. So I'm living like a double life.
Getting it done.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a great thing to fall back on. And Cam, that's another thing too. You know, use your football as a door opener. Everybody watches football, man. I mean, maybe 20% of the world doesn't, but the business world loves football, and use it as your door opener always, man. It's and don't be like, oh, they just think I'm a football player. That's fine. Let that be your intro in the door, and then show them who you are as a person. But football will always get you in the door, always. And I've seen that in my life. It'll always get you in the door.
Cam, you have any questions for Andrew?
I want to know, like, how did you stay focused with school and football, like sports stuff?
Yeah, it's hard, man. You're juggling a lot. So in high school, I did find out that you know, honors classes and all that doesn't really matter. It's your just raw GPA, right? So I wasn't trying to extremely overachieve and go in these higher level classes. You got to look at school as something you have to do to play football, and if you don't do it, you're not going to play. So that's really what it is. It's just get it done, or you're not going to play. And how did I juggle it? You got to prioritize. I mean, you guys have more distractions than any generation ever. Like even mine. Like we had YouTube, but I mean, Instagram was just starting out when I was like a senior in high school. It was just like, if you got like 50 likes, that was a lot. That was like oh, you got like 100 likes. It was like, damn. And now that's like kids like lives revolve around social media and everything. And it is so much facade and fake stuff in the world. And you got to stay focused on what's real. Like, I'm sure you have kids that post pictures of letters of offers or just letters they get. And if you do that, you know, it's okay. But understand, like, if you see a kid posting a letter of a school is interested in him, that's not an offer and it's not real. And it doesn't mean that school is not interested in you. You got to be focused on what's real. And man, what's real is you have to pass your classes. And, you know, it's tough, man, juggling all that. But just set aside a time for your homework, you know, get it done at school and just be efficient. Something I've started to live by a lot more is efficiency over perfection. If you're always trying to be perfect, you're never going to get to step B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3. You're always going to be stuck on number 1. And, you know, just be efficient, man. Be efficient with your time and with your schooling. And, I mean, just be efficient. Don't try to be a perfectionist with everything or you'll never get it done. You got to be efficient and you got to make sure everything you're doing aligns you with your ultimate goal, which it sounds like it's probably to play D1 football and see where life goes from there, and then hopefully the NFL. I can't hear you.
That's it. Thank you.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome words of advice. Well, we wish you the best. Do you have a contact if someone wants to contact you for the league or is just interested in speaking with you further, social media? I know you just spoke on that, but what's your info?
Social media is easy. My Instagram is just 62 and then AJE. It's my initial, Andrew James Erbes. 62 AJE. My Twitter is something very similar. I think it's like 60 AJE, but it's all spelled out SIXTY AJE, I think.
Okay.
But 62 AJE on Instagram, I'll always be distracted on that. So just like
All
everyone.
right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can hook Andrew up and as Cameron's mentor.
Yeah, that'd be
Absolutely, man.
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. If you ever have any questions, man, you give me add me. I'll add you back, and we'll I have a very big circle. I have guys I played with that are college coaches, so it's all football is very much who you know. And I unfortunately that's how it is, but it is who you know. So always have always put your best foot forward, because you never know who you run into at the grocery store that's related to the recruiting coordinator at the school you want to go to. You just never know, right? So absolutely, give me an ad on there, and I'll talk with you about anything you need.
All right.
Awesome.
Cool, man. Absolutely. Well, appreciate it. You guys got anything else for me?
All
No,
right.
that's it.
Cool. All right.
That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, Andrew Erbes, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you,
Appreciate it,
Andrew. Appreciate it,
Yep.
man. You
Have a good
know, I learned a lot. I learned a lot tonight. So, you know, unfortunately, I'm past the age of getting out there playing football.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot. So thank you, Andrew. We appreciate it, man.
No, thank you guys. I love what you're doing. That's awesome. Everybody needs as much. It shouldn't be a secret about how to make it to the next level. Everybody. Sometimes it's a secret. You know, people don't want to give up all the information. It shouldn't be a secret. The best guys should be getting the opportunities. So, absolutely, I'm happy to help.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Erbes.
Erbes.
Hey, clap. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Andrew, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You guys have a good one.
You too.
All right.
All right. Well, before we close out, I know we need to pick a winner. Do we have any comments from our comment section who are watching live? Someone who will win our shirt? Any questions they've asked that we can answer?
We don't have any tonight,
Okay.
as of right now. So we'll roll it over to next week.
Okay. Sounds good.
Next week.
Once again, share, like, subscribe. The Expect to Win TV, Expect to Win show, Instagram and Twitter, and you can find the Expect to Win Experience TV show on Facebook. So comment, share, tell everyone, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Cameron, for joining us, and also to Andrew as well. Awesome show, great information.
Yes, Cameron, thank you for being here tonight. And how did you like it, or did you like it?
He better liked it.
You're on mute. You're muted. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Hear you now.
Yeah, it was nice to get advice from somebody who's like been through stuff, still trying to like better himself to get to where he wants to be.
Yeah, he had a lot of tips, a lot of great tips. And it's always great to hear from someone that's been in the game that can kind of show you. And so, as someone who loves football, it's great tips for me. So, it's always interesting.
All right. Well, we're going to let you go, Cameron. And ladies and gentlemen that are watching, future UCLA running back, Cameron Washington. USC running back, Cameron Washington.
Or he can come to Bama, represent. Okay, roll tide.
For having me. And have a
Take care. We look forward to following you and your success.
Yes. Great show, Kandi.
Awesome.
Show. So let's take another break, and then we can come back and say good night.
All right.
Let's remind people once again to be you.
All right, and that's wrapping it up
All
for us.
right. Let me say this, Kandi. We have a vision for what we want with the Expect to Win experience, and we want to reach young people globally, all over the world. We're not limiting ourselves. So I love the fact that we have a platform that we can do that. And I just want to say to all of the young athletes that's watching that we want to give you your moment, your 15 minutes of fame, if you will, here on the Expect to Win experience. But I want to say, have a vision, have a goal, have your mind set on what it is you want to accomplish, but also don't be afraid to change your mind. Don't be afraid that to have a plan B. Some people say, well, I don't want a plan B because I'm going to make my plan A work. But don't be afraid to have a plan B. Be willing, but always, whatever you do, have a vision. Have it in your mind. And when you talk about having a vision, that means you see it before you actually see it. You see it in your mind. So I want to encourage everyone watching. Don't live your life visionless. Kandi and I have a vision of what we want to do with this show, and we're doing it. It happened before it even happened. So I'm encouraging everyone that's watching. Hold on to your vision. Don't let anybody tell you it cannot happen. Don't let anybody tell you it won't happen. Believe in yourself. Have faith in God. And beyond the sky is the limit. I am Coach Thomas.
And I'm Kandi Knight.
And we are
Expect to Win.
Experience. All right.
Expect to Win.
Great show, Kandi. And we'll see you guys next week.
That's right. Have a good night.